Okay, also need to plot Facebook. I told you guys I was gonna come back in a jiffy. So let's see if this is working. Nah, it's not working. Hey you. Last time was a golden era compared to this. What do you guys think? This is coming from a former CBN governor. So do you guys agree with that assertion? So we are indeed live. Hi everybody. Someone said they're tired of poverty. If you really are tired of poverty, please join me tomorrow with Bookie. From 2 p.m. It's Forex with Daddy Freeze and Bookie. It's an awesome opportunity for us to talk about Forex. Don't put your account number here. I'm going to block you. Delete your account number. No internet beggars allowed here. So, Abacha's era was a golden era. What's your take? I want people to come online and discuss with us on Instagram. Okay, on Instagram. So let me bring in Neka Spiff. Neka, you're the first person I'm going to bring. And Dobby Sky. I want you guys to be able to talk about this. Forex is great for a long-term investor, yes, especially if you want to get rid of poverty like you were saying. Neka Spiff, where are you, sis? Don't run away. How come I can't invite you, Neka? You don't go do juju. Okay, let me bring Noel. Neka, get ready, you're going next. Henry, get ready, you're going after Ineka. So here's the thing. Abacha's regime. We have quite a few people who are willing to talk.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please introduce yourself.
Evangelist Noel here from London. How are you, sir? Good evening.
I'm very well, thank you.
You're looking quite extraordinary and young, fine gentleman as you are.
Thank you, Evangelist.
Blessings. So, are we talking about the Abacha
yes.
thing? Or are we talking about... Right, so he came in 1993. And I remember the Babangida time. Then after that, there was the Shoneka time, I think. Then after Shoneka for 3 months, then it was now Abacha. And I was living in London at the time, but going back and forth, I think there was a... Right, so in terms of discipline, I think there was a lot of fear. I think the Abacha regime instilled a lot of fear into people. I think that's what I was getting. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the time. I mean, Nigeria was sort of stopped. I think the only good thing we had during that period was sort of the Nigerian football team. They were doing really well, but apart from that, the economy was really slow. Everything was sort of everything was so slow. People were not working. The money wasn't moving around. People were getting, fined. Top ex-politicians were being jailed. Even one of our uncles was jailed as well. There was the failed bank issue as well. So, which is not a bad thing, but I think there was more fear in people. He instilled lots of fear.
The failed bank tribunal. I remember that.
Yeah, Abacha did. I think he did. So that was the only issue. Apart from that, I don't know if there was any progress in Nigeria in terms of economic, with the oil and everything. There's lots of things that were stagnant from an international perspective, I remember, because I was at university at the time. But I don't know, but forgive me if I'm wrong, Daddy Freeze, correct me as well. In terms of the economy, it wasn't very healthy. But I remember vividly the Buhari regime. in 1984.
I remember that vividly too.
I remember that. 84. You remember that? 84, January 1st.
With Idiagbo.
At the time, when Buhari and Idiagbo came over, and we had the war against indiscipline and the queuing up, and we had the sanitation, and everyone's really scared to stay in line, and you don't drop a paper in the streets, and 84, 85 instilled lots of discipline in us. So that first Buhari and Idiagbo to 85 when Babangida took over was actually really good. There's nothing wrong with that. But after that time, from 85
yes, this
to
is
93, live. Sorry?
No, someone was asking if it is live.
Babangida was there, but after that, I think Abacha just came in and everything stopped. And just started arresting everyone that was corrupt or something, and people were so frightened, But that's what I remember. But forgive me if I'm wrong.
Who remembers youths earnestly stand for Abacha? Youths earnestly stand for Abacha. Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Do you remember that with some guy called Daniel Kanu? Who remembers that?
Yeah,
Who's old enough?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was. But I don't know. How was your mental health at the time, Daddy Freeze? Was it?
Abacha managed to keep the dollar stable. I'm trying to look for the goods. He managed to keep the dollar stable.
That's true, yeah, and the pound, that's correct, yeah.
Aside that, everything else was funny. I remember the episodes of Bad Fuel.
Oh, that was a mess.
The smelling
Absolute
fuel.
disaster.
Who remembers the smelling Abacha fuel? Someone imported fuel, and we had to use the fuel like that, smelling. Horrible fuel. How all of us did not die of that fuel and we survived. It means we can live through anything, literally.
Yeah, I think that's the main. Yeah, it was. But there's not really a lot of people don't really talk a lot about him. I mean, and unfortunately, when he passed away, I mean, there was such of a, I don't know what it was, whether it was a spark of fresh air, Daddy Freeze,
Yes, there was a spark of fresh air, and with Abdul Salam coming in immediately after him to usher in the nascent democracy with Olusegun Obasanjo, I would say there was a bit of a breath of fresh air. Abdul Salami opened the door. He didn't do much, but he opened the door. Obasanjo came in and did quite a lot, especially with regards to repaying our debt, introducing GSM. Obasanjo too was strict in his own.
The Paris Agreement, that was true.
In his own way. But he had some vision as a leader. He understood Nigeria, and I really do, in retrospect, wish he had his third term. He had the first term, the second term, and they were trying to bring in the third term. I do wish he had it, because after Obasanjo, yes, after Obasanjo, the plane pitched down.
But you're saying that, I totally agree with you, Daddy Freeze. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I totally agree with you but I don't think the governors under him, the governors under Obasanjo, especially I'm talking from a South perspective, because I'm from Delta State, So from a South perspective, Daddy Freeze, the governors from 1999 to 2007, absolutely disgusting. Bad governors, they embezzled so much. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but trust me, in England, you see them. In America, it was an absolute, the amount of, if you're giving money to govern a state, do the state. If you're giving money to do a contract, you do the contract. You do what you can to make sure that there's that governance and there's a business continuity in terms of making the project work. In England, I work, for the government here in England, for the Prime Minister. He's my boss. And as a senior program project manager, you're given a project to implement and make sure it works. So if you've got a 20-mile road, you put a budget together and you get the plan, you scope it out, you put a timelines to what would work and what would finish, and keep it simple. In Nigeria, we don't keep it simple, Daddy Freeze. It's so easy. You've been talking about Forex with Bookie for weeks on end. And I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Daddy Freeze has got a point here. He's talking about something. He's trying to enrich people, but they're looking for quick wins and quick fixes and quick fixes. You can't have a quick fix like that. You've got to look at the long term, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's all about, forward thinking and investment. And, and they keep saying, oh, come back to Nigeria and do this. I'm like, okay, not a problem. You've got your own home, you've got your own car and Jeep, but you go outside and people are, there's no adequate electricity. It's a mess. I mean, sometimes I see you're it's not your fault, but it's hot and it's just not. Things don't work the way it should into 2021, Daddy Freeze, as it's supposed to be. I can come and run into country in a year or two. I might get shot, bro, because I'll keep it real.
Make sure you come back. Somebody here said if Abacha were alive and president, even Daddy Freeze would be arrested tonight for discussing the president. Thank you so much, Evangelist, for coming around. That was really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was so refreshing.
Much, just to say one thing, Daddy Freeze, you're doing a fantastic job. You've got a huge supporting from your Christianity. Lots of us love you a lot. You've got an international following. It's amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. God is blessing you.
Amen.
A lot of people don't know that. They've not renewed their mindset yet. They need to start opening up their mindset and stop thinking about religion and start thinking about the body of Christ, about the Bible. That's all you got. Just read the Bible and be safe. That's all it is. Keep it simple. And that's what you've been doing, brother. I love you, man.
Thank you, Evangelist Noel. Thank you so much.
Bless you, sir. Have a splendid evening.
Awesome, gentleman. That was nice. Somebody saying, I wish OBJ got a third time. Me too. So there was somebody else I wanted to bring. We're having this discussion, and this discussion is making quite a lot of sense. I did promise I was going to keep it down to 15 minutes. We're still observing them for about where's Neka Spiff? Neka, where you at? Neka Spiff. We've had a guy. I like to have a lady too, especially someone who's old enough to remember what happened during the Abacha regime. Who else is here? Ladies, I need you. We've had one guy. I'm going to take in one lady, and after that, Dobsky, Ada, let me try to see if I can bring her on. If you're a lady, where's Henry the Great? I wanted to have one guy, one lady, then another guy, just so they will not say that if he's tilting towards the guys or is tilting towards the ladies. Sorry, guys, you can only come on via Instagram. We're not doing Facebook for now. Where's Henry the Great? Okay, let me bring official peaceful. Okay. All right, we've got a lady right here. Peaceful, you said you wanted to come online and I'll bring you, now decline. What kind of something is that? Why are you afraid? I'm asking her again. Okay. Dobby. Viv, can you talk? Viv, can you talk? Okay, everybody's saying would have loved to come, but I'm at work. For those of you who are not at work, I want to take just one more call. Henry the Great was supposed to be up here with me, but unfortunately, he's not around. Okay. Someone said, I wish I could talk, but I'm shy. Oh. Anyway, since it's hard to bring anyone in, let me just do this quickly so we can round off. The Abacha regime, first of all, I must say, this current regime is not an improvement on the Abacha regime in any way or form. Yes, we have a few more rights. Yes, the economy is more open to so many things. However, is this regime actually an improvement over the Abacha regime? I'm not really sure. We still have human rights abuse issues. Our economy is still a far cry from where it's supposed to be. All right, finally, I couldn't find Henry, couldn't find Neka, but I found this gorgeous lady. Hello, what's your name?
I'm Marie Louise Tamokong.
All right. Where are you?
Cameroonian who is a resident in the US. But actually, I've really been following your, like watching your videos on YouTube.
Oh, and, thank you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, I didn't, when you came live, I wasn't following from the beginning, so I don't really know what the topic is.
We're talking about the Abacha regime in Nigeria. I don't know if you remember that regime.
I'm not versed with Nigerian stuff, sorry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that you have a fan.
Oh, and thank you really, so much,
you are
sister.
Opening my mind to a lot of things that I really have, learned that it's just making sense now. So thank you so much. I pray you keep on the good
Thank
work.
you so much. Thank you so much. And do
just
stay
know
blessed.
That it's not gonna be easy. Yes, there's always gonna be people bashing you. Jesus had no sin and was crucified. So when you're doing good, that's when the enemies are, they multiply. So know that, just block it and just be focused.
Thank you.
That's
all
I have to say.
Thank you so much. Take care. All right, she's gorgeous, lovely, lovely lady. I think we can end this here. Unfortunately, I've not had any more contributions. I would have loved to have someone else to just say something else about the Abacha regime. Nina Okonkwo, are you ready to say something about the Abacha regime? Nina, just raise your hand if you're interested so I can bring you on. Someone is speaking Romanian to me. Hi, faci bine? Da. I will fight you if you don't call me. Ifeanyi the Great. Henry the Great was the person I was supposed to call, and he's here. I was looking for him the other time. Okay, Neka, you're back. Fantastic. Fantastic. So let me bring you up and let us end this session. Don't know much about politics. Oh, okay. Abacha's regime was definitely much better. That's from Emmanuel for real. I want to bring Henry the Great and end with him because I promised I was going to keep the session 15 minutes and we're already 19 minutes. So Henry the Great, say hi. Okay, let me bring Henry the Great. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Henry.
Yeah, how you doing?
Very well.
Yeah. Well, I'm very very happy to see. Even yesterday, I gave you a call, but you didn't pick up.
I'm so sorry. I saw the missed call. I saw your number, but I was just having a very stressful time yesterday. So forgive me, please. Now we're waiting for you. You've taken all of your time. We're also looking for
let me
you.
say something. Done by next week.
Yes.
I will do something for you by next week.
Okay. Thank you very much, Henry. You're always well appreciated, brother.
I put you in my budget, yeah. Okay, the Abacha, let me just go straight to the point. The Abacha regime, I was 13 years old during Abacha regime. And we are living in I was in Port Harcourt that time because I grew up in Port Harcourt and I schooled in Port Harcourt. And we are living in Forces Avenue, close to Government House in Port Harcourt. So during that time, they took Shenekon, out of power. We were there, and Abacha visited Government House that year, and that was around, I think, between August September. He visited, and we saw that because the hotel, the lodge, was close to the Government House. They used to call the hotel Delta Hotel. I don't know if the hotel is still around. Delta Hotel, and most of them was in Olympia Hotel, and some were in Presidential Hotel. So there was a lot of military people around that time. So when they left that tour, went back to Lagos or Abuja, then they announced that the Shenekon, they have kicked Shenekon out of power. So the uprising started that time. So a lot of my cousins who were staying in Lagos, some of them came back to the east during that time because there was a whole lot of uprisings that time because of the as soon as they canceled that election, from there so many things were going on. Well, as of that time, the only thing I like about Abacha that time, he was trying to, like the crime rate wasn't high in Nigeria because they were killing a whole lot of these 419s. They were killing, they were killing a whole lot of people, like more especially the 419. And meanwhile, that guy who was the Kano, the 1
Daniel
million match.
Yes.
Yeah, the 1 million match. I know the guy because during that time we used to, like, after school, then I would come to Aba because I have family in Aba. So that guy, he used to have a building. So, and some of these agents always come to find the guy because they were giving the guy a lot of money that time. So a lot of guys who were living on that place were benefiting. So a lot of them like Abacha, as of that time. And I know so much of my people who benefited from Abacha, this thing. Even today, they still regret why Abacha died. Because Abacha gave them everything. They were moving in convoy. When they come back, during Christmas time, you see them with V-boot 230. That time, it was 230 V-boot that was raining. So those guys, they will come like almost like 20 V-boot. You will hear Abacha, everything, million match. So a lot of people enjoy it that time. And another time, during that time, my dad used to send us dollar. That time, $1 was 22 naira as of that time, because I used to go and change dollar. But as little I was that time, we used to go to there's a place they call Harbour Road in Port Harcourt. So we used to take the dollar there and change those malam. It was $22 per
22 naira for $1.
Yeah. So the dollar rate was still okay. I mean, things were still okay as of that time compared to what is going on now, So a lot of people benefited from Abacha. A lot of people don't like him, but anything about press, Abacha didn't like press. Anything about press. I know so much people that are still in US now. Abacha gave visa to come here. There's a guy who worked with me where I work. The guy, it was Abacha who gave him visa to come because he was the one that managing Abacha line when he was in Nitel. So Abacha gave both him and his wife visa to come to US here. See, today they haven't gone because by the time he wanted to go, they have closed Nitel. So he said that he's not going back. He's not going back there. So the money he made through Abacha, I think they use it to buy, their houses here. So a lot of people enjoy Abacha. A lot of people don't enjoy him. Till he died.
Thank you so much, Henry the Great. That was really beautiful. That was really beautiful. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, and one thing again, I've been telling people about you, even in US here.
Oh.
This type of thing. I have an uncle who also do about this title. Yesterday, I called my uncle and asked him, "Are you still tithing?" He said no. So you are everything about you. I've been telling people about you. I've been sharing even to my American friends. I've been sharing them. But I pray when things get this in one day, I will invite you.
All right, definitely. Thank you, Henry. Thank you so much, Henry the Great. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care, all of you, and God bless. Take care, guys. Bye.